harmony, my peacekeepers, my hardest everywhere. We're back at it again with another beautiful Friday live on Venus Day with the goddess Anahata. Venus Day is Friday. Friday is ruled by the planet Venus. Venus is the planet that rules love, and the goddess Anahata is the goddess of the heart chakra. The heart chakra rules love. So, everything is intentional. And today it is poetry, like always, with both of my books. We have Lunar Eclipse and we have Love's Promise. And just Q&A. Q&A for all those who join. You can ask me anything. Q&A, AMA, whichever one you want to call it. You can ask me anything, and in a little bit I will start reading the poetry. I chose to go live on Fridays, even though I understand that Fridays are the time when everybody is getting ready to go out, everybody is decompressing from a long week. But I chose to go live on Friday because I feel the most enriched by Fridays, by the ruling of the Venus planet, understanding that I am the goddess of the heart chakra. So, with everything being intentional, it simply works for my energy. And I almost didn't even go live today, if I'm being completely honest, because I am a bit exhausted. As a multi-hyphenate, multi-talented individual, which I didn't always say about myself because I felt like everything spoke for itself, but it's actually very necessary. And no makeup today, nothing that's super extra, just a little bun and a red lip. But I have been doing a lot, constantly on the move, constantly on go, continuously helping clients because I'm a mortgage broker, mortgage loan originator, and I'm helping individuals get homes, a lot of them their first home. So my phone is constantly ringing off the hook and still attempting to find time to write more so I can release my third book, which is set to actually release this autumn. I won't give you guys a definitive date yet, but my third book will be releasing sometime this autumn once the summer season comes to a close and we're transitioning into the most change. So, blessings, all of my heartists who have just come in. I am the goddess Anahata if you are new here. Anahata is Sanskrit for the heart chakra. The heart chakra is ruled by the planet Venus. And this is a live on Venus Day Live, where I go live each and every single Friday. Each and every single Friday, the planet ruled by love, as the keeper of love and the transmissioner of love, I choose to bring all of this energy into alignment to deliver you a connection with me each and every single Friday. Something completely new to me, where I bring all of my hardest into my personal life. So now this is Q&A, AMA. Hola. You may ask me anything, any questions about my profession, what I do in the daytime, the interests that I do, anything that you have been wondering about. That's wonderful. Your Venus is in Aquarius and it is the age of Aquarius, so that's very, very fitting. Anything that one would be curious about with the art of poetry, even when it comes to you being curious about getting a home, since I can help you with those questions too, since I'm a mortgage broker and as a beauty pageant royalty, I have been moving around a lot, connecting with a lot of different people and influential people throughout the city of Louisville, Kentucky, which is where I am right now. Not where I'm from, but where I am right now, and individuals across the state. I recently met one of the senators of the state of Kentucky, Senator Gerald Neal and his wife, and I will be also meeting District 4 Councilman Ken Herndon here in just a little bit, well, in just a couple of weeks. A little bit about my books. Absolutely, that was Up Next, My Artist. So this book right here is Love's Promise. This is my newest collection, my second collection that I released, Gratitude, Gratitude, that I released February of 2025. And it is hardcover, 125 poems split into 3 chapters when it comes to the love of another, romantic love, love of self, and love of the universe. And it is called Love's Promise because these are promises not only that I make, but we make as individuals to that which we experience in the world. And so this is my viewpoint on that, and this is Love's Promise. This first collection is paperback, 99 pieces. This is my OG baby. This is Lunar Eclipse. I released this July 29th of 2023, the same year that I founded my publishing company. And that publishing company is Lunar's Levels Publishing, actually Lunar Levels Publishing LLC, and both of these collections are under that imprint. And I'm also taking on new manuscripts. I am accepting applications for new manuscripts and individuals focusing on poetry, prose, anthology, creative, thought provoking, literary fiction, and books of, excuse me, and books of, what's the word I'm looking for? Photography, exquisite photography collections. But before I get into looking up what I want to look up, again, this one's 99 pieces. This is available, yes, they are on Amazon. You can look up the goddess Anahata anywhere. And as you, of course, know how to spell it, Anahata, Anahata. They're both on Amazon. You can go straight to my website, and all of the links are there, from Amazon to Barnes and Noble, to Books a Million, and some even on Walmart.com. So they're everywhere online, honestly, where you can get books, major online publishers, major online retail sales. But Amazon tends to be a fan favorite, so I'll always make sure that it's available on Amazon. And if you get a copy, leave a review. Because some people have been getting copies of Lunar Eclipse and Love Promise, but you gotta leave the goddess a review, please. Oh my goodness. You know, it is the reviews that mean everything. When it comes to any type of imprint or footprint that you have online, or digital footprint, people have to be able to validate whether or not they like it. So if you buy a copy, leave the goddess a review and let me know honestly how you feel about it. Sure, absolutely. They're also on TikTok Shop if you're a person who likes to buy from TikTok, or you can DM one of my social medias, Instagram, Threads, DM me on TikTok, or you can even just comment under one of my YouTube shorts, one of my YouTube videos, and then we can connect from there. You can send me payment directly and I will sign the copy and send it to you. I'm also sending signed copies from TikTok Shop if you would like to go get it there. So DM me on social media, send me an email, or go purchase directly from TikTok Shop and I can sign a copy and send it to you. Or you can buy it wherever you're at and come find me here in this city or wherever I perform next, and I'll sign it for you. And everywhere that I perform, all of my appearances, I put them on the calendar on my website as well, thegoddessanahata.com. Perfecto. Since I have you all here, I want to start off with a poem. Well, it's not really starting off, but I want to start off my first poem for you. And a lot of the time, the way I do it is I close my eyes and I pick a page. I know you see the bookmarks in here. Let me actually take this out so you all know that I'm not cheating. That I really am not. Oh, I don't know. I'm not looking for them, is wherever the energy takes me, but I do know what's in the beginning of the book and in the middle and towards the end because of the way that I do the chapters. So this one is called I See Your Mind. You can't hide it anymore. I see your mind, the place I have to explore. You called me, louder than the lion's roar. I see your mind, and it's amazing. Your thoughts speak to me through your heart, and now I see how much you always want to love me. And I see your mind. Ashe. I end every poem that I do with the word Ashe. Ashe means so it is. It's a Yoruba word, and it solidifies anything that you say, understanding that the power of speech is absolutely important. Not only is it important, it's real, and the power of speech solidifies into this 3D world. You bring down from the ether through your throat chakra, Visubi, through your vocal cords, everything that you say. And so it is confirms its reality. And every poem that I create and that I speak is truth and reality. This one's a fan favorite. It's another micro poem. It's called Build. I want to break you, but gently. Tear down your cracked walls built on pain. Turn them to dust and build you up again. Watch them crumble. I only want to see you, not who you had to be, and build it new. Gently. Oh, gently. I want to break you. When you initially hear the line, I want to break you, it can sound intense and it can sound like it's coming from a malicious place. But this poem, I intentionally designed it that way for you to listen, for you to understand that you must hear the full complexity of the message. And that when she says, that when I say I want to break you ever so gently, it is tearing down all of the falsehood that was built around you, that was built for you, almost like a brick fortress that you were forced to put yourself in and watch it crumble and help you build for yourself an entirely new fortress of love and of passion and of identity that is truly yours. But I have to break down everything that was never you, all of the false narratives that were placed upon you. And I know a lot of us have had to do that for ourselves. We had to break down a long, long, just bridge of facades and false narratives that were built for us because we have our own messages and our own identities, but environment, forced environment, learning and unlearning, family environment, everything in between plays a really big part in those false narratives. And it takes a while for us to even see that we're locked in it. But then there's a special soul that can actually see through it and see around it. And an even more special soul that wants to help grab a sledgehammer and break it with you so then you can rebuild that for yourself. Let's see. Let's move on to Lunar Eclipse. Same situation with Love's Promise. It's everywhere on my website, on TikTok shop, however you want it, it's available for you. Okay? Let's do this one the same way. Let me get rid of the bookmarks. Any more? Okay. Let's stop at the end. Okay. This one is called Correction. It's actually a song on every streaming platform, including YouTube. You can look up Correction by the goddess Anahata, and hear the song. I turn my poetry into music. So, however you want to digest the art, however you want to breathe in and experience the goddess, you can experience it that way. You can use the music as an audiobook type of ingestion or simply as music. Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, and Deezer if you want it there, or even SoundCloud and Bandcamp. It's everywhere for you to look up the music that I have or get the book. Or come find me live next time I'm in your city. And if you would like to come into your city, tell me where I should come next to perform live, to share my poetry, and let me know if your city has a poetry scene because it's time. It's been time, but I want to go where my artists are and perform for you all as well. So let me know what city you're in or what state that I should come to and perform. I am the power, the passion, the peace, the ether. No, I'm not his bitch, and that's not my nigga either. This is my emperor, samurai, sacred flame ignited. I'm his home. He comes to me after the battles he's been fighting. This is a man beyond a man, a brown Asiatic god, almighty with divinity to infinity and beyond. This one ain't no average nigga. Please, always come correct. A man in love with his peace and his home he will protect. Ashe. DC has a poetry scene. Okay, definitely. I've been hearing a lot of amazing things about DC. So I believe, is it trap poetry? I think that's one of the big ones out there, if I got it right, and a bunch of other big poets, very well-known poets and poetry scenes out in DC. DC, I'm on the way. DC, I'm on the way in gratitude. When I wrote Correction, I was in a very passionate place, not directly connected to a muse, but just the feeling of not to address him as my nigga or hey look though I love my nigga this my nigga, just the way that we say it in colloquials, but to move past that because I'm a lady and a lady, a goddess who has a man as a partner, he means so much more than that's that's my nigga. He's this and he's saying it in all of these good ways, but I can use better vocabulary for that. And so can you. And I feel the same way even when I say I'm not his bitch. Because men who still refer to their woman as that term, even if they mean it endearingly, if you can't find a better vocabulary than to call a woman your bitch, then you have not grown yet to have really earned a woman. There's a song by Lupe Fiasco, and I've mentioned this in one of my other lives. It's actually entitled Bitch Bad. And that song helped to get me through a time in my life, a time period when I knew that I needed to empower myself. And I was younger when that song came out, but that's always resonated with me over the years and was one of my inspirations for this poem. No, I'm not this to him, he's not that to me. He is these beautiful, amazing, endearing, powerful terms. My emperor, my samurai, my sacred flame, the one who I trust to have my back, my front, and my sides, the one who I trust for provision, the one who I entrust to protect the home. That ain't for no nigga. That's for a god to protect his goddess. And there's no man who really thinks of his goddess in that way that would just use such a derogatory term. And a woman who truly identifies with the essence of being a woman and being a lady and being a goddess, or even if she calls herself a queen, who would think that that's a term of endearment. But if he say it disrespectfully, then it's disrespectful. But if he says it endearingly, then it's nice. No, no, no. You say that to me is disrespectful, flat out, because everything else that I think about myself, that's how you refer to me. So there's no confusion in terms of endearment versus terms of disrespect, and in the same way. Let's move on to the next piece. Ooh, that was a little spicy for y'all on this Friday. I'm wearing the whole chill fist, so I'm not gonna get too spicy for y'all today. I might save that for next Friday and just make that an entirely spicy, sensual, soft, sweet poetry evening for y'all. But you'll have to tune in and subscribe to my newsletter that's on my website so you can know firsthand which platform I'm going to be going live on. Excuse me, I switch between YouTube Live, TikTok Live, and Twitch. I'll be on Instagram as soon as y'all can help me get to 1,000 followers on Instagram because that's their new gatekeep. You have to have at least 1,000 followers on Instagram to be able to go live there. And I want to connect with the artists that are there, but I'm still working on building the platform, which is why I've opened up. One of the reasons I've opened up going live every Friday so you all can connect deeper with the goddess. Okay, this one's real cute. It's entitled Donuts. One can't be upset when saying or eating a donut. It just sounds silly and there's no way it makes sense. You are my donut. Even when I'm pissed at you, I smile again when your name runs across my lips. The sweet glaze of each kiss reminds me that there's no way I can stay mad at you. Each bite of donut is better than the last, hoping that it will never end and that there's another one in the box. You are my donut. So many flavors, just like your attitude. While I may not like them all, I can't hate a single one. I have you and we work together. Even when you turn stale, your glaze is still delicious and I still know who and what you are. You are my donut. You've never lost value to me, and you only need a little warming up. Even when I don't want to like you, I still do. I always have. I love donuts. Donuts make me happy. The love I have for donuts is completely, uniquely unmatched. And you are my donut. I love you. Ashe. Oh my goodness. I wrote this one shortly before I turned 21. I have just always literally loved donuts and I just decided to experience them together with the thought of another person. Well, with the thought of another person and make the connection there and kind of just personify the donut a little bit. So don't ever, future husband, if you're listening, don't ever make me dislike donuts because then I'll have to banish you forever from this room and the next one. Because donuts are wonderful, and if you do that, then it'll just make me sad eternally. I love them so much. I think one year, I forgot which year it was, for one of my lunar returns, instead of having a cake, I just went ahead and had a really big donut and put the candles in it because that's what I had a taste for. That's a whole nother story. Let's see. This one is entitled What's Up? In the clouds, where I want to be, is the air of 1,000 suns. In the clouds is the symphonic silence of my days that grow shorter. In the clouds is the unique beauty of a paralyzing rainbow high off the purest substance. In the clouds is the point of self actualization just so short of reach. In the clouds is the ecstasy no material can fill, no one can take, no one else can feel. And until I reach the clouds, I have to stay in the clouds. Ashe. I wrote this one honestly just about looking up when I'm on the ground, looking down at the clouds when I'm in the sky. How beautiful it is up there, and just to think about the little sections or portions of clouds that you see, all of the world and the universe that they've seen. For the clouds have seen the entire planet Earth and a large part, well, actually small in the full macrocosm, but an entire section of the universe, of the solar system. The clouds have seen more than we'll ever see in many lifetimes. And a lot of the times, that's where my spirit is, floating, flying, free. Misunderstood by many, but that doesn't bother me much. And used to, once upon a time, real long ago. But until I reach them, and when I say until I reach the clouds, I have to stay in the clouds, that means until I reach them in the afterlife. I will just stay free and flying in this life until it is time for me to transcend. I, like I said at the beginning of this live, my heart is, I'm exhausted. But it's okay, I'll never completely wear it on the face. I will still show up for you all, and I will honor my word until I just can't do it anymore, until my last breath, or unless there's an emergency. I will always honor my word and continue to show up for you all, show up for my hardest, and show up for myself in this process every step of the way. And I have not missed a Friday since I started doing this in March. And it was March on the week of, or the week before spring equinox. And this will continue every single Friday. There's not a Friday unless there's an emergency that I will not be going live between all of the platforms that I told you. So even though I'm sleepy and I'm studying for a very big test, and I am continuously building a community service project that I've been working on here in the city of Louisville, and I am getting ready to do my next beauty pageant since I have won the preliminary title under the Miss America organization of Miss Derby City, and I'm ambassador for the city of Louisville now. I am competing for the state title of Miss Kentucky under the Miss America organization in June. And I'm working on that as well, along with helping clients, along with tutoring children, along with hosting poetry workshops and coaching and teaching poetry to youth to help them heal from trauma and use poetry as a medium to do that, and so much more. And then still writing my third book, working on new music because I've been slacking on the music side, but I'm working on new music. I'm writing my third book and doing my best to restructure it all while still being active on social media and all of my social medias and not neglecting one for the other, being a team of one. So while I'm out in the field, I still then have to come back and do all of the social media, so some things have been neglected for the other. I would love a team, absolutely. Even just a social media manager right now who I can send all the content to and give them the permission access through LastPass, give them the permissions to my social medias, and then have them clip the content, edit it, and make it nice, do all the captions, just do all the social media stuff for me so I can continue to be out in the field and go get it and go make it versus then splitting up the time to sit down and play Instagram and play TikTok and play YouTube. I might even do X, or do y'all actually call it X or do you still say Twitter? Either way, I would actually make one if I'm gonna have to post on it because I have to build that platform up and build that algorithm up. Whatever. But slow and steady wins the race. Oh, and threads too, because I'm on threads. So slow and steady wins the race because this is my current pace and I'm okay day by day taking it and making sure there's a smile on my face, taking it at face value and doing what needs to be done. As a team of one, look at me being Dr. Seuss. Let me give y'all another poem. This one is entitled Encrypted. This one is the one I'm going to read right now. My heartbeat is encrypted Morse code. Under special conditions is it allowed to be heard? Each beat is a dot sequentially articulating letters of a forever message. My heartbeat is encrypted Morse code. One has to be attuned and in tune with the tune of its tone to totally understand the immersive experience of what my heart is spelling, the story it's yelling, telling folk tales and fables of reality written too meticulous to conceive by untrained ears and unknown hearts. But one must conclusively correlate its correspondence with the ether, my magic teacher. My heartbeat is encrypted Morse code, using a complex combination of beats and bumps attuned to stops and thumps of field frequency interference. And when my heart rests, blood races through my chest, telling me to sing the next chapter. My heartbeat is encrypted Morse code. Feel me, I say. Love's underway. I pray one day I get the answers to, and for everything my heart can't say, universe, hear me, Ashe. That piece I wrote in another sense of understanding the uniqueness of the language that I speak with the universe, the uniqueness that has always been in me, the outlier that I've understood that resides within my spirit, and how I never wanted to fit in and I never meant to fit in, but being a chameleon was safer for me because a lot of the times people attack what they don't understand. And while I was never scared to fight, for whatever literal or metaphorical terms you want to take it as, aggression and fighting has never been my language. Why can't they all just be like me? I wondered. I don't judge them or wish to harm them. I accept them for who it is that they are, coexist with them, and we all understand each other's uniqueness and build together. Why can't they all just be like me? I always wondered. But alas, of course they weren't. And a lot more humanoid, a lot more NPC, a lot more misunderstanding. So hiding in plain sight became a way that I protect myself. And using the encrypted Morse code of my heartbeat we all want, even if you don't know Morse code, you understand the concept of Morse code with the type of concept when it comes to Morse code. And I finally figured out that the heartbeat does that. It does its own type of Morse code, and if you really know it, then you can translate it. But even though I haven't necessarily learned Morse code, I understand that it's encrypted, but I know my own encryption. It's just for other people who don't know it. Oh well. The benefit to me, lost to them. Again, for all of my artists that are in the chat right now that are watching this live, one of you said DC has a nice poetry scene. If there's anybody else who is from somewhere besides DC, tell me what city that you're in or what city I should visit to perform poetry, bring poetry to the city, what their open mic life is like, what the poetry scene is like, some poets that I should connect with. Let me know. It's April. It's a Friday, and all of you, I used to tell people be very irresponsible, and they will always laugh. And now I don't even have the desire to tell people to be very irresponsible today. And it used to be funny. Now I just say be aware and have fun. Enjoy every day like it should be enjoyed. Mm, okay. It's coming up on the 40-minute mark. So soon I'm going to go ahead and end this live. Until next week, I believe next week I might actually be in an event, so I'll be able to bring you all with me to that event. I won't be going live on YouTube because it'll be rotating, so I'll either be on Twitch or I'll be on TikTok. So you'll have to tune in either to my Instagram story or subscribe to my newsletter to see when I'll be live. But I might be able to bring you guys with me to my next event. I make appearances as Miss Derby City and also as the goddess Anahata. So who knows what I'll be doing. But keep up with my calendar as well, and you'll see exactly where I'll be and what it is that I'll be doing. Oh my gosh. This might sound silly, but I'm trying to log into something right now and I forgot my username, I think. But I know I have an account with a website. But you see, the thing is, the way that the websites always tell you either your username or your password is incorrect. Can you just please tell me which one? If your algorithm knows that I have an account with you all, if you can just tell me which one it is, that would be so super helpful. But they won't do it. So it's okay. I'll just have to go and look in the Yo archives. Let's go closer. I think I can squeeze in one more poem for y'all. I believe I have enough energy to do that. Let's see. Do I want to pull from Lunar Eclipse or Love's Promise? Love's Promise it is. Let's see who we got here. I'm gonna end y'all off with the haiku. With this haiku right here. If you don't know what a haiku is, then you're on permanent punishment, but I think you do. Here's a secret about poets. If we've never written anything about you, we probably don't like you that much. Ashe. And that's truth. That's facts. Either we don't like you that much, or at the time you were in our lives, we didn't like you that much. if we've never written anything about you, okay? Just saying. If there's a poet in your life and you know that you don't even have one poem about you from them, that you've never been the muse to a single piece, they didn't like you. Because one thing about poets is we absolutely, absolutely love to have a muse. And even if the muse is not a person, we'll find a muse in objects, in life. We'll find a muse in a memory or in a song. So you don't necessarily have to be, but if you're a person and you're in a poet's life and you've never been the muse to a piece, we like you. Okay? We like you. Not that much, at least. We probably liked you a little bit, but not that much if you've never been able to inspire a nice piece. So it is an absolute privilege to have a poet in your life. And if you do, be diligent and intentional in making sure that you can be a preferably positive muse in their life and have a piece inspired by you, because that's something that you get to have for an eternity. Once they've written it, they will forever have a bond and connection with that piece, with that body of work. So even if you're not friends anymore or in that relationship anymore, or you are family, y'all don't talk anymore, you'll always have that piece to connect you to. Okay? So be a good person and find a poet and be good to them and inspire them so they can be inspired by you. Okay? Thank you. It is your pleasure. It is your pleasure to have a poet ask you or use you as a muse, because it is timeless art that may very well get translated into a body of work. And then it is solidified as legacy. It is IP. It is a piece that lives eternally. Okay? So this has been Live on Venus Day with the goddess Anahata. Until next time, artists.